Probably the most highly anticipated debut since LeBron James back in the early 2000s. Zion Williamson finally made his debut last night versus the San Antonio Spurs. Not just me, everybody was excited. It was an ESPN game for the New Orleans Pelicans, and Zion Williamson did not disappoint for at least the fourth quarter of the game. Through the first three quarters, of course, he's going to have his struggles. He had his moments where he flashed, and of course, it's just his first game. He's still a rookie, but in that fourth quarter, he stepped it up, and he ended up scoring 17 straight for the New Orleans Pelicans, absolutely lighting it up, getting the fans excited, getting everyone watching the game excited, and showing us the potential and the reason why Zion was the #1 overall pick. Now, before I actually get into this game, I want to say I think the Pelicans made the wrong decision by playing him this year, last night. I think that with the way the Pelicans seasons ended up, even though they are just about 4 or 5 games out of the 8th seed, I feel like the New Orleans Pelicans should have taken this year as a building block for Lonzo Ball, who has played much better. Brandon Ingram is probably going to win the Most Improved Player of the Year award, and he has played fantastic through this up part of the season. He will probably be an all-star. Jackson Hayes has played very, very well as well. And I think Zion Williamson should have just redshirted this year and taken his rookie year off and watched from the sidelines, even if he was healthy at this point in the season. I know the argument saying that if you have a great player and a great talent and they're healthy, you don't sit them. But I feel like with Zion's injury and his past and the fact that he's probably going to have an injury-prone career, even though I don't wish that on him, I feel like this year should have just been a year of letting him develop and watching the game. Zion Williamson, though, as of last night, fantastic debut, and what a great job he did. And I wish that they would have won in his debut because he did play very, very solid in that fourth quarter, making 4 straight threes, getting to the line, making layups, just being energetic and being the athletic guy that we all know that he is. Of course, he didn't show flashes of that last night like he was in Duke in high school, where he's throwing down 360 dunks and doing all these crazy athletic things, but I love just the little plays that don't really show up too much on the highlights, just like the ones like where he got blocked by Pirtle. He was able to put it back. The rebound with his first basket ever between the two defenders, and he was able to put it up. Little things like that are why Zion is going to be a great player, because his physical tools are unmatched. He's the 3rd heaviest player in the NBA, and his athletic ability is beyond us, and it's off the charts, really. Now, even though this video is about Zion, I am still talking about the Pelicans, and I do want to say that earlier in the year, before the season had even started, I had made a video a very long time to it. I will link to it above. What the realistic expectations were for the Pelicans heading into this year. This was before Zion's injury, so of course, I didn't know how that would pan out. I had the Pelicans missing the playoffs, and I still do to this day. You got teams like Memphis, New Orleans, Sacramento, Portland, and a couple other teams, maybe even like Phoenix, fighting for that last 8 seed in the West. And of course, we've still got a long haul until the end of April to go to the end of the season, but I still have the Pelicans missing the playoffs. They are still a great team. I mean, no disrespect to them. Gentry has done a much better job than what I would have thought, but this team still has a lot of growing to do. Even with guys like Brandon Ingram who are coming into their own, Zion needs to actually get another year under his belt even after this year's over. He's not going to make some impact where the Pelicans are going to go on some 10-game win streak and they're going to be right back in the playoff hunt. They're going to be right there the rest of the way, like teams like Phoenix and Portland. I don't know who will edge out the 8th seed. If I had to predict, I'd probably say the Spurs, just because I trust Greg Popovich. I like that they got Looney Walker and DeJounte Murray back this year, but I just think that the Pelicans have a lot more room to grow. That's really all I have to say about that. All right, and to end this off, I do want to get right back to Zion real quick. I want to say that even though he had a fantastic debut and people are waiting to see what he can do the rest of this season, I think even if he plays that fantastic like he did last night, I still think Rookie of the Year is locked up. It's Ja Morant. I think Ja Morant personally is going to have the better career in the long haul just because of injuries. I think Ja Morant really has just put Memphis in a much better position, and he's been healthy all year than Zion was, because Zion didn't have the opportunity to find out why he's legit and why he was the #2 pick. And I just like Ja Morant to lock this up for Rookie of the Year. I think Zion can play fantastic. I think he can play well the rest of the year, but this award's going to go to Ja Morant for sure. Alright, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys thought about Zion's debut. How did y'all react to it? How did y'all watch the game? And if you didn't, what do you guys think is realistic expectations for the Pelicans and Zion for the rest of this season. I'm really, really excited to see what they're going to do. Thank you guys so much, and I'm out.